Hi fight fans, this is Ryan Maquiñana for CSNBayArea.com's Inside the Ring. I'm here at La Penca Azul restaurant in Alameda to discuss Ana Julaton's latest victory with the champ herself. Well, Ana, welcome back to the Bay Area. Another title defense of your WBO Junior Featherweight Championship against Jessica Villafranca of Mexico. It was your very first fight heading south of the border. Tell me how that experience was.
It was very intense. I wasn't sure what to expect, but luckily everyone over in Merida, Mexico was extremely nice and very polite. They're very welcoming. On the fight, however, it was intense. Everyone wasn't cheering for me. That was my first experience, and I didn't know what to expect, but I'm just glad I captured the win. I just had to stay positive, stay focused, not trying to let the crowd or even the back of my head knowing that the judges were all from Mexico, the referees from Mexico and stuff like that. But nevertheless, everyone was fairly fair, and I was happy with that. It was a tough fight. You know, Villafranca, she's a great fighter, she's experienced, but it was a little awkward. But overall, it was a great experience. You know, feels good to actually go to my opponent's hometown and being able to fight in that particular venue. So in terms of experience, I felt like I was able to move it up a notch.
Now, we actually have the film from the fight right here, so if you will oblige us at CSN Barrier, we'd love to break down the latest victory.
Absolutely.
Let me start here with the 5th round. Apparently you were up a good 3 rounds to 1, 4 rounds to nothing, and then the illegal punch behind the head occurred. Hopefully you can break this down.
Yeah, you know, she posed an awkward look for me. She kept lunging in. There was a lot of holding, a lot of grabbing, a lot of shoulder gestures. Yeah.
That right there was the punch in the back of the head. Can you break that down?
Yeah. Since it was pretty intense, the crowd cheering for her, and I felt like the referee was kind of looking at me. I felt like I needed to protect myself. Just from all the grabbing and the holding and all the rough housing.
Here we are in the 8th round where you were using the uppercuts and you were able to hurt her.
Yeah, it was an adjustment that my corner had made since we did a lot of clinching and stuff. We wanted to make sure we had a close range punch, and the uppercut, it worked. So I just kept trying to go to that. But she's a tough fighter. Really feels really awkward. I was really looking for avoiding a cut, and it eventually ended up happening. So
that's going to bring a great segue to our next clip. Here we are in the 9th round, and you're heading toward the end of the fight, and this is where you incurred the cut.
Yeah, well, throughout the fight, I felt like I had to initiate the action, always coming forward and stuff. She's really trying to just set in her punches and staying in one place, and just kind of timing, try to throw at the same time. So it just ended up happening, an accidental headbutt. I'm coming in, she's trying to throw, and our heads clashed, and I was trying to prevent it from happening. But at the same time, I'm also trying to deal with knowing that it's not my hometown. I don't know what the judges were thinking. So there you go.
Now, right here, this is where it happened, and the ring doctor is examining the cut. Now, usually, a cut that severe, as you can see the gash there, most ring doctors would probably stop that fight, in my opinion, and let it go to the cars. What was your take on it? Obviously, you can't see the cut. They don't give you a mirror, but what were you thinking?
Yeah, I wasn't sure how bad the cut was. There's a lot of blood coming out, and I was able to see it. But I also knew that since it wasn't my hometown, I didn't know what the judges were thinking or what the ref was thinking. And the last thing I wanted was that they stop it and ended up having it be a TKO against me. I felt like I came to their fight. I felt like I was in control, but I just didn't want it to be left to anyone else.
Now, what was your mindset here heading into the final round? Was it just making the finish line, especially because you felt like you were ahead, or did you not want to leave anything to chance, especially being on the road with, judges who might not be sympathetic to an American fighter?
Absolutely. Again, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what everyone else was thinking. I was definitely concerned about the cut. I didn't know how bad it was. My only way to judge it was being able to see how much blood was trickling down. It was quite a lot, and instead of engaging and try to throw a lot of shots and stuff, I just got into the moment. I wanted to see if I could just kind of outbox her in a sense, whether it's being able to have better distancing, better footwork and stuff like that, and try to get the crowd excited. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I was processing all at that moment. So just being able to try to get in the flow. I just want to see if I can fight her in a different way outside of that, if that makes any sense.
So ultimately, you did have your hand raised in triumph. All three judges had in your favor 98-91, 96-93, and 97-92. Any timetable as far as the cut?
It felt like it should be able to heal fairly quickly. We have a process that we tend to go through, and it increases the healing process. So we're looking at a good 2-3 weeks, which I'm pretty happy with, and we'll just go from there.
Now this was your second straight fight without Freddie Roach being in your corner. He had a bunch of prior engagements. He's probably the world's busiest trainer. But your advisor and assistant trainer Angelo Reyes was able to step in. Tell me about how he was able to weather the storm and put together a great game plan for the fight.
Well, Angelo is very experienced. He's been there since the beginning in my amateurs. We ended up going and winning a silver medal at the USA Nationals as an amateur. And he talked fairly closely with Freddie Roach. It's often that you would see them in wildcard and they would have these discussions about my progress and so forth. So they're always in tune.
Is this the last fight at 122, or are you going to try to pursue that unification battle against WBA champion Chantal Martinez in Panama? Is that still on the table?
I definitely want to keep my options open, but for right now I'm really focused on unifying the title at 122. I'd love to have a fight with Chantal Martinez. I think that's a fight for boxing right now, and I feel like it'll put women athletics up on the stage. So all they need to do is call on promoter. We've gotten to communicate with them about that, and hopefully get to hear something fairly soon. Something as soon as December, so let's go ahead and do it. And I think a lot of people would like to see Panama versus the Philippines. I just want to say thank you to everyone out here in the Bay Area. It all started out here. Grassroots promotions, grassroots support, male or female, it didn't matter. Everyone was there back in the amateurs and have been out throughout the years. I want to thank CSN Sports. Thank you very much for always highlighting me. It's a male-dominated sport, but it's very nice to have my name out there as a female representing boxing. So I really appreciate it. Raider Nation, they've been supportive of me back in 2008, and it hasn't changed. Wins or losses, the Raider people are just real. So I just got to put it out there, and be on the lookout. We'll be out there October 16th. Raiders over the Browns. We're gonna do it. We're gonna knock them out, and yeah. Thanks again, everyone.